join group to solve problems for your community.
To, da kai da ke da ita da shi da kowa nake so na yi magana da. Me ke faruwa? Kana son karuwa ga ka zaune bakin rijiya amma kana jin ishin ruwa? Gangan jikin siyasa. In ta dangwala ka dangwala na dangwala. Ina amfanin ana yi ba da kai ba? A turancin Najeriya to an gaya maka. No sit down look. Kana sit down kana looking komai na ƙara lalacewa? Ina ka ga daman ƙorafi? Da masu jini a jika ake yi, watan matasa. Kwankwasa a buɗa ki shige, dago ka shaki iska ko kalime, da ƙyar ka sha yafi da ƙyar aka kama ka. No sit down look. Matasa ke siyasa. Yin rajista, karɓi katin zaɓe, yana da amfani ƙwarai kwa.
No sit down look.
No sit down look.
No sit down look.
Make una no sit down look oh.
A popular saying in Nigeria goes that at the time a cockerel matures, it begins to crow to tell the world the time of day. This makes a crucial premise for all of us who have come of age, the youths, to lend our voices to a nation set to flip a new page, like the chance to vote and be voted for, whether being a youth, a woman, or a person with disability, and to do this in unity. And to anyone who hasn't been confident enough to exercise these rights, I beg, step out of the dark and come into the light. I mean, your participating in the electoral process is significant, a moment to behold, like that cock crowing in the morning to tell about a difference. No sit down look. Do something that will count today and be in.
Hanyar nan, wannan rafin nan mun kai kuka a wajen hakimi. Da shi hakimi ya ce to wannan matakin nan shi zai rubuta ya kai ma local government. Daga wurin kuma sai member na skip wani kungiya ne na zaman kanta. Shi ma wani member ya zo ya shigo da wannan budget na wannan gadan nan tun da dadewa, amma har yanzu ba mu samu cin gaba game da wannan hanyar ba. Har ila yau muna kan rubuta letoti, mun ma rubuta letter waɗanda sun ma fi so 10. This is how we in Kufana, Kajuru local government, Kaduna state, no sit down look.
Dub dub da dub da dub da dub dub. Yes.
My name is Jane and I'm 18, and this is where I hang out with my friends. We are deeply concerned about the problems facing Nigeria, but when it comes to doing something about it, we would rather sit on the fence.
Hold up.
Dub 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 da dub dub da dub 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 da dub da dub da dub dub. Yes. Dub 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 da dub dub da dub 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 da dub da dub da dub dub. Yes.
On Facebook, like our page and share our posts at People's TV NG. On Twitter, follow us at PTV_NG. Follow us on Instagram at PTVNG. Watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel, People's TV. Visit our website, www.ptvng.com. Subscribe now and join the conversation online. People's TV, People's Preferred Station.
Max Alanikam Kawana Burkina Faso Tama Sankara Reinanko Sidara DJ Max Alanikam Kawana Burkina Faso Tama koladu ñëw Afrika aki discours sunu njiit yi di tàccu di reetaan seeni gàcce capitaine Sankara wéetal nañu ñe ñëw Afrika di ñu jaay fetal ñu fexe door muy dal ba duñu desebal Afrika Kasira toma Sankara la asekena Afriki gora oya faha pare kama oya faha lania kama Burkina jamana deu alla kahine Sankara la Sankara la kila gana jage Raila, bamu kulen Raila. Kupakanan takanan potit, purapina iti jengro. Kupakangu baray samorom, unko sulengro. Woy toma jambar demna woy toma jambar demna ayo sufina wantoma jambar koladu soliere Afrika bagadinile wanchinjam mama boy mama Afrika oh jambar demna sunjiti de khule patani Yalla tele bestina nyotoma jambar damna
On Facebook, like our page and share our posts at People's TV NG. On Twitter, follow us at PTV_NG. Follow us on Instagram at PTVNG. Watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel, People's TV. Visit our website, www.ptvng.com. Subscribe now and join the conversation online. People's TV, people's preferred station.
Do you know that PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours? Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
Soldiers helping Nigerian soldiers fight Boko Haram.
We will have to persuade Nigerian legislators.
This is coming together of people who are confused.
Executive order should comply with the law.
I personally dissociate myself completely. Personally.
From this interview, because you have
there had hardly been any administration.
When explains the end of justice about
no religious body in Nigeria.
Validate the claims by the INEC chairman. It is
Dab. Yes.
One day as I the dab they go. Now I see my neighbor on top electric pole. Don't be hammer you hold so.
Before. So
climb every day. Come on electric bill. You not gree pay.
Waiting concern you for there. I beg you. Come over here.
Okay, oh. I don't talk my own. As I dab reach house. Yeah! Fire! Fire! My brand new flat screen.
Hold up.
Waiting concern you for there. I beg you. Come over here.
Government property, now my property. If you don't come down now, I go report.
Don't be only report. Now report card.
Dab. Yes.
Sunana Yakubu, amma an fi sani na da Yaks. Abu mafi mahimmanci shine har yanzu muna zaune da ƙwayar cutar polio a ƙasar mu. Wasu sun san digon rigakafin polio, wato digo biyu da ake bada na baki. Wasu kuma ba su san da haka ba. Wasu suna tunanin wannan digo guda biyu sau ɗaya kawai ya wadatar. Shin digo biyu ya wadatar? Bari mu bincika. Yaya aiki?
Lafiya kalau.
Digon mai guda biyu kawai zai isa so ya kosai?
Ba zai isa ba.
To, ta ce ba zai isa ba. Ina zuwa. Na gode. Shin za ki amfani da digon nono guda biyu kawai ki dama fura?
A'a ba zai yiwu ba gaskiya. Saboda nonon ne yake taimakawa wurin dama furan.
Na gode. Tambaya nake shin digon ruwa biyu kawai zai isa hada shayi?
Ai ba zai yiwu hada ruwa da shayi da digon ruwa biyu ba. Dalili kuwa ai ba zai isa mutum ba. Dole sai ya kai kaman kofi daya.
Barka da.
Barka gare.
Da Allah tambaya nake so yi.
Allah sa na sani.
Shin digon man fetur guda biyu digon man fetur guda biyu zai isa ya sa wannan mashin aiki?
A'a ba zai sa shi aiki ba gaskiya.
Dalili ba?
Saboda ai bai wadace shi ba.
Haba.
Kwarai da gaske.
To nan ina zaka?
Dan je nan bayani.
Da Allah bari bi ka. Allah bai na wani.
Lafiya Allah.
Kwayan gishiri biyu kadai. Shin zai isa ya sa naman nan daɗi?
A gaskiya ba zai isa ya sa naman nan daɗi ba. Sai an ɗan sa gishirin da yawa tukuna sannan a haɗa sannan ya garwaye naman har ya yi daɗi.
Na gode. Kuma yadda muka je, digo biyu kawai bai sa ya wadatar da wani abu mai ma'ana ba. Haka ma digon rigakafin polio. Dole ne yaro ko yarinya su samu digo biyu akai-akai na rigakafin polio. Wannan digo biyu akai-akai shi zai wadatar wajen kare yaro ko yarinya daga kamuwa da cutar koko ko wace irin cutar polio.
Disco music is so... What's that word, Seth?
Raz?
Raz!
Hang on, let me check for something.
Oh.
I've got some classics.
Tupac.
Mozart.
Very Raz.
What about Vanilla Ice?
Also Raz. Look, guy, I need something fresh for this journey. Something to keep me alert and focused. Or else this is a solo assignment.
Cool down, let me... What's this? PVC?
Wait, give me that. Come. How on earth did it get there?
Guy, relax now. It's not like it's of any use.
Look, yes, the elections are over. But we need to keep the flames alive by playing an active part in making our voices heard.
Elections don't finish, but the time to close mouth never reach. Make we get involved, because now when we participate, Naija go better.
What about the original soundtrack for the movie Pretty Woman?
Government inna the rain again. Start or join group to solve problems for your community.
To, da kai da ke da ita da shi da kowa nake so na yi magana da. Me ke faruwa? Kana son karuwa ga ka zaune bakin rijiya amma kana jin kishin ruwa? Gangan jikin siyasa. In ta dangwala ka dangwala na dangwala. Ina amfanin ana yi ba da kai ba. A turancin Najeriya to an gaya maka no sit down look. Kana sit down kana looking komai na ƙara lalacewa. Ina ka ga daman ƙorafi da masu jini a jika ake yi, watan matasa. Kwankwasa a buɗa ki shige, dago ka shaki iska ko kalime, da ƙyar ka sha yafi da ƙyar aka kama ka. No sit down look. Matasa ke siyasa. Yin rajista, karɓi katin zaɓe yana da amfani ƙwarai kwa.
No sit down look.
No sit down look.
No sit down look.
Make una no sit down look oh.
A popular saying in Nigeria goes that at the time a cockerel matures, it begins to crow to tell the world the time of day. This makes a crucial premise for all of us who have come of age, the youths, to lend our voices to a nation set to flip a new page, like the chance to vote and be voted for, whether being a youth, a woman, or a person with disability, and to do this in unity. And to anyone who hasn't been confident enough to exercise these rights, I beg, step out of the dark and come into the light. I mean, your participating in the electoral process is significant, a moment to behold, like that cock crowing in the morning to tell about a difference. No sit down look. Do something that will count today and be in tomorrow's books. The elections are coming. Register for and get your voter's card, your power card. As a citizen, and especially as a young lady or lad, lend your voice, use your voice, talk, say, and tell the world the time of day.
Ni ne mai suna Tukur Sani daga Kajuru local government Kufana. Gaskiya mu a garin nan Kufana community duka muka taro muka zauna muka yi meeting game da matsalan hanyar nan, wannan rafin nan mun kai kuka a wajen hakimi da shi hakimi ya ce to wannan matakin nan shi zai rubuta ya kai ma local government. Daga wurin kuma sai member na skip wani kungiya ne na zaman kanta, shi ma wani member ya zo ya shigo da wannan budget na wannan gadan nan tun da dadewa, amma har yanzu ba mu samu cin gaba game da wannan hanyar ba. Har ila yau muna kan rubuta letoti, mun ma rubuta leta waɗanda sun ma fi so 10. This is how we in Kufana, Kajuru local government, Kaduna state, no sit down look.
Dub 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 dub. Yes.
My name is Jane and I'm 18, and this is where I hang out with my friends. We are deeply concerned about the problems facing Nigeria, but when it comes to doing something about it, we would rather sit on the fence.
Hold up. Dub 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 dub. Yes. dub 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 dub. Yes.
On Facebook, like our page and share our posts at People's TV NG. On Twitter, follow us at PTV_NG. Follow us on Instagram at PTVNG. Watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel, People's TV. Visit our website, www.ptvng.com. Subscribe now and join the conversation online. People's TV, People's Preferred Station.
Max Alanikam Kawana Burkina Faso Tama Sankara Reinanko Sidara DJ Max Alanikam Kawana Burkina Faso Tama Sankara Reinanko Sufine wantai tomo Nicola dunyo Afrika Aki discours nunjeti de tachude retan senigache Kapiten Sankara Uetal Africa, ñu jaay fetal ñu fexe door muy dal ba duñu desebal Africa Kasira tomo Sankarala Asekena Afriki Gora Oyafaha Parikama Oyafaha Lonia Kama Burkina Jamana Deo Alakahine Sankarala Kila gana jage Moi kila ifrel Waraila Bamu kule nuraila Kubaganan takhanan potit Urapina yeti jengru Kubagangu baray samorom Unko sulengru Woi toma jambar demna Woi toma jambar demna Ayo Sufin want change mama boy mama Africa oh jambar dem na sunu njiit yi di xule ba tal ñu lu dul ngor ak alal yàlla tele bés dina ñëw tama jambar dem na
On Facebook, like our page and share our posts at People's TV NG. On Twitter, follow us at PTV_NG. Follow us on
Today, I am Paulum David. Media Rights Agenda is demanding the unconditional release of Samuel Ogundipe, a Premium Times newspaper reporter who is being detained by the police for refusing to disclose the source of his information. MRS said in a statement by its program director Ayode Longi that it was not comfortable with the serial breach of constitutional provisions in recent time. The Media Advocate Group advised the police to file a case against Ogundipe or any other journalist rather than clamping them into detention. It also called on Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris to focus on the task of police reforms, especially overhauling SARS. Resident doctors in the Federal Capital Territory have served notice of an indefinite strike from August 25th. The Doctors' Union made this known in a statement jointly signed by its President Michael Olarewaju and Secretary Roland Obivo in Abuja. The doctors said the impending strike is due to failure of the FCT administration to return what they described as obnoxious tax deduction from their July salaries. The association had earlier condemned the tax deduction of 78,000 from each of its members' July salaries. It said the deduction was against the initial 36,000 naira deduction imposed on the doctors. Other demands according to them include appropriate placement and payment of arrears to members who were successful in the 2016 promotion exercise. The United States Mission in Nigeria has begun a week-long training for 44 clinical oncologists on cancer treatments. Acting Cultural Affairs Officer at the Embassy, Malia Harris, declared the training open in Abuja. The mission is partnering with Project Pink Blue, a non-profit organization for the program.
This is one piece of good news for cancer patients in Nigeria. The U.S. mission says the training will be led by 2 American medical oncologists who will equip participants with all necessary information on cancer treatment.
Chemotherapeutic pharmacology is a huge topic, and these slides are not all-inclusive. We're going to talk about the most common traditional chemotherapeutic agents. We'll talk about the mechanism of action, some clinical pearls, and common and important side effects with these medications. So when we look at compartment tumor growth, we know that the most sensitive tumors to chemotherapy have a high growth fraction and low tumor burden. And as patients' tumor burden increases, they go from having a potential to cure to developing symptoms and ultimately succumbing to their disease.
The training is a result of partnership between the Nigerian government and Project Pink Blue to fight cancer, which has been recognized to be a critical health problem in the country.
Your efforts are just top grade, and on behalf of the patients and the citizens of this country, we'd like to show our appreciation. Just to let you know also that this program has been in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health from inception to this moment, and it has our full backing and support. I'd like to thank the project management team led here by Professor Lassinde for all your efforts. It is our hope that our physicians and all those health professionals involved in cancer care will benefit greatly from this endeavor, and that we hope that this is the first in a long collaboration, that it doesn't just end here. Maybe we can do it once, twice, or even quarterly.
It is now we have a paucity of radiotherapy facilities in the country at the moment. So right now it's only National Hospital and Eco Hospital, that has radiotherapy facilities, which is important in treatment of cancer patients. So yes, we do have such challenges. And then also in terms of awareness, I don't think we've done enough on that. We can't have enough of awareness, so we keep working on that, hoping that everybody will be more informed about cancer, not just the cancer patients, but also the relatives as well.
With this initiative, the U.S. government will be impacting Nigeria's cancer control effort in order to scale up the rate of surviving the medical condition.
Some residents of one of the communities affected by a new cholera outbreak in the FCT are pleading with authorities to provide them with potable water. This, they say, will go a long way to stemming the spread of the disease in the community.
This is Pape, one of the communities affected by a new cholera outbreak. Many residents say they are not surprised and attribute this to lack of potable water and poor hygiene.
Surprised that, something is happening in Pape, because, in my area where I stay, the drainage there, is not good, and the environment there is unkept. So I think we could attract, such elements.
Now well, you understand? Now well, with the fish water for like this rainy season now. So our wife used to go to river and fish water. Do you understand? Dry season we don't have water. We have to buy from Merua. So those Merua now they used to go to what is that called? Borehole. You understand? Fish from there and be selling for us. So me, I don't know anything about tap water in Pape. Part of that is
area in this Pape. There is a sockaway near the drinking water. You understand? And there is not good. So we are calling for the government to help us to give us a good water and a good road in this place. You understand me? Yeah. Yes, it's people that build it because there's no much land. You understand me? To put a sockaway different place, and you put the how they call it, the drinking water in another place. So everywhere is everything is near each other. You understand me? And then everything, the sockaway and the borehole is the same ground that they will dig, and then the water will penetrate to each other. So cholera can break out of the something.
A trip deep into the suburb shows how bad the water situation here is. This is Nukushi community, a suburb in Pape here in the FCT. Now this waterway we see here is the primary source of water supply to the residents of this community. 11-year-old Abdul and his brother are here to take their baths. Now the residents say apart from taking a bath here, they use this water for washing of their plates, clothes, although they don't drink it. They say they drink from the wells around here. But the thing is, this water still finds its way into these wells. We even see the residents competing with animals for this water. Now this explains how the cholera bacteria gets into this community. Not even the people here are shocked that Pape is one of the 4 Abuja suburbs listed as cholera endemic areas.
This river water, they take them, they wash clothes, use and they bath. And as they use and they bath, the water not good for our body, they cause boil. They cause crocro for body. I want the government provide good water for us and for drinking good water.
It's very good, it's very useful. Because we use the water to wash plates,
wash clothes, to at least to do some domestic work. It's only that we don't use to drink it. We don't use it for drinking, and we don't use it to cook. So we have some bowl here. At least we have like 2-3 bowls here. That is where we used to get our drinking water and water that we used to cook from. So we used to call some Merua from far. They will bring water here for us. So we use that one for drinking and for cooking.
Many non-Abuja residents may not necessarily know that this is one of the closest satellite towns to the city center. Pape is quite close to the highbrow Maitama district, but the gap between the two areas in facilities is quite glaring. Polum David.
The U.S. Embassy in Nigeria says it has shut down its visa and consular services section in Abuja until further notice. The embassy, which did not give any reason for the action in a message posted on its website, said as scheduled visa and American citizen services, applicants for Abuja will be contacted for rescheduling. According to the embassy, American citizens in northern Nigeria with urgent travel needs who are traveling before Tuesday and are willing to reschedule their travel through Lagos should contact the ACS office in Lagos. The Federal Executive Council has approved 15.73 billion naira for the road project linking Umana, Udiagu, Agba, Ubenebe, Amashi, Oka, Omomba Road Section 2 in Enugu. Minister of Power Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola disclosed this while briefing State House correspondents at the end of FEC meeting presided over by the acting president, Yemi Oshibanjo. The minister explained that the project, which was initially awarded at a cost of 10.3 billion naira in 2012, but later reviewed upwards, was to serve 6 different communities. He further said that the project suffered failed implementation due to lack of funding. He added that the upward review of the project was, among other things, to provide for erosion control. Controversial online journalist Omoyele Sowore has formally joined the race for the Nigerian presidency. This comes a day after the Independent National Electoral Commission registered African Action Congress and 22 others as political parties. Sowore made the declaration at the party secretariat in Abuja. The publisher of Sahara Reporters maintained that his newly registered platform is a grassroots party with a large ambition.
They who are in charge of government or governors in Nigeria are aware that it's their job to approve the extant laws for the election. And we are hoping that they will do it. If they don't, we will be forced, of course, to intervene by ensuring that we draw the attention of the world to any attempt to sabotage the elections. As you are aware, you mentioned 2 things, but you also have to mention that the 2 political parties are embroiled in internal crisis. And as a result, they know that they are not prepared to run in this election because they have all been rejected because they are discredited. So it is possible that this is a collaboration between the 2 parties to ensure that elections don't hold next year. But we're watching, and when we're also counting and watching what is happening. As you see, this is our first day of work, and as soon as we determine the necessity to intervene, we will in our own little way or in a serious way as the nation might require us or as our members might require.
The presidency has described reports that President Muhammadu Buhari has extended his 10-day vacation in London as fake. The report that is trending on social media has indicated that the president had already transmitted a letter to the National Assembly. But the presidency said, though its official Twitter handle on Tuesday night, that it was an old story that was first circulated during the president's February 2017 vacation. It urged Nigerians to ignore the fake news. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party in Kaduna State, Abdul Rahman Usman, has identified lack of internal party democracy, indiscipline and injustice as some of the factors responsible for the gall of defections in the country. He made the observation while fielding questions from correspondents in Kaduna on the political developments. Amina Anebi has more in this report presented from our studios.
Nigeria's political history is replete with tales of defections. So it may not be surprised that several politicians are moving from one party to another just before the 2019 election. But one of those who recently dumped APC in Kaduna believes that defections are not necessarily for selfish reasons.
The way the resources of the state are being managed, I think is most responsible for what we are witnessing. That is one. because the ruling party as it is today has turned out, as it claimed to be a recess of purification. So they claim. You can loot the treasury of your state dry. If you decamp from PDP or any party to APC today, you are seen to be a saint.
He also expressed concern over what he says is lack of good governance and rule of law, especially in the fight against corruption.
The same Mr. President will receive it in audience an ex-governor that is facing criminal charges by the EFCC of making his state dry to the tune of over 108 billion naira. And that man today, you are proud to say you are receiving him into the APC, forgetting about his antecedents and what he has done previously to the people of the state. What has changed about that? It is in the same government too that we have Mr. Okono Obla, who is right at the hub, at the hiatus of the anti-corruption war of this government, and is said to have issues which is certificate. It is the same government too that will have a Minister of Finance who had not served the mandatory NYC, and the complicit silence by her too speaks volume about the situation.
Like every other politician will say, Usman wants Nigerians to vote for capable candidates next year in order to enjoy good governance at all levels.
National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Adams Oshiomhole, is not prepared to back down on his stance that the minority cannot lord it over the majority. He reaffirmed this position after a 3-hour-long meeting with members of the party's National Assembly caucus in Abuja. Oshiomhole also berated the two leaders of the National Assembly for adjourning when important issues has not been discussed.
We are so proud that the people of Katsina State, through your election, has reaffirmed faith in our party and renewed commitment and all the assurances that we need just now to assure us that the Nigerian people are with us. The same vein, I like to also specially appreciate and recognize and celebrate the election of yet another distinguished senator, this time from Bauchi Federal Constituency. Senator Saraki, as President of the Senate, will be lawfully and democratically impeached as President of the Senate. It will not be illegally done. It will be done according to law. It will be done according to tradition. And those lawyers who have chosen to sit as judges, we need to remind them that lawyers are at best officers of the court. They do not constitute the court. So when Senator Saraki is lawfully impeached and democratically impeached, they will be free to go to anywhere they want to go to and cover the legality or illegality of the act.
Mr. Chairman, most of our colleagues here, both in the Senate and the House, have sacrificed friendships to remain where they are, have sacrificed friendships to do exactly what the party wants. Mr. Chairman, they have sacrificed not to be part and parcel of the temptations of this season. I'm sure this season is also a season of regrets, because some of our people who left have already seen the red sign.
When you say APC is 196 in the House, now I speak for the House. When you say APC is 196 in the House, some people may know the man that figure out, yeah, you have a majority, not a problem, you have a majority. But it does not really underline the extent of that majority. So I will give you the breakdown. Whilst APC is about 196, like you rightly said, the PDP that represents, so is the face of opposition, is about 153, 154. The APGA, people because otherwise people would forget that the other parties, smaller parties. APGA is about 6 in the House, while AGC is about 4. And then you have there's one party that has one, ACORD is 1. So when you do the totality of the figures, the APC has a clear majority of almost 40 members. The difference between the APC and then that's an overwhelming majority. I will sit down and you said it, but it is worth rehashing. I don't sit down without mentioning. You said it, you're already doing it. I know that for a fact, that these members will be rewarded for their unalloyed loyalty to the party.
The Kaduna of Assembly has declared the seat of former Deputy Speaker John Audu Kwanturu vacant. This was after he announced his defection to the People's Democratic Party. Also declared vacant is the seat occupied by Joanidu Yakubu, the member representing Kudan constituency, which also defected to PDP. Both Audu Kwanturu, who represent Kachia constituency, and Yakubu were elected under the platform of the All Progressive Congress. Audu Kwanturu had a week ago announced his resignation from the position of Deputy Speaker. And declaring his seat vacant at plenary, Speaker Aminu Shagali said the defection of the lawmakers had no basis since the APC in the state was not in any crisis. According to him, the action of the Assembly is in line with the constitutional provision. The Independent National Electoral Commission has registered 23 new political parties, bringing the total number of parties to 91. The parties include Advanced Alliance Party, Advanced Nigeria Democratic Party, African Action Congress, Alliance for a New United Party, Alliance of Social Democrats, Alliance National Party, Allied People's Movement, and Alternative Party of Nigeria. Others are Change Nigerian Party, Congress of Patriots, Liberation Movement, Movement for Restoration and Defense of Democracy, Nigeria Community Movement Party, Nigeria for Democracy, People's Coalition Party, Reform and Advancement Party, Save Nigeria Congress, and the United Patriots. INEC also registered United People's Congress, We the People Nigeria, Yes Electorate Solidarity, Youth Party, and Zenith Labour Party. National Bureau of Statistics says the Consumer Price Index, which measured inflation for July, dropped to 11.14% from 11.23% recorded in June. NBS disclosed this in its CPI and inflation reports for July released in Abuja. According to the Bureau, the figure is 0.09% points less than the rates recorded in June. It said the figure showed 18 consecutive reductions in inflation rates since January 2017. The report also showed that increases were recorded in all classification of individuals' consumption by purpose divisions that yielded the headline index. On a month-on-month basis, NBS said the headline index increased by 1.13% in July, down by 0.11 percent points from the rates recorded in June. According to the Bureau, the drop was the first month-on-month headline inflation decline since February 2018. And that's the size of our package. Many thanks for watching. I am Paulum David. Do stay on PTV.
On Facebook, like our page and share our posts at People's TV NG. On Twitter, follow us at PTV_NG. Follow us on Instagram at PTVNG. Watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel, People's TV. Visit our website, www.ptvng.com. Subscribe now and join the conversation online. People's TV, people's preferred station.
Did you know that PTV remains the best place to showcase those lovely goods and services of yours? Yes, with our visibility in 36 states of Nigeria and over 50 countries of the world, we definitely have the tallest reach. What are you waiting for? Book your adverts now. Call us with the number displayed on your screen.
Soldiers helping Nigerian forces fight Boko Haram.
We will have to persuade Nigerian legislatures.
This is coming together of people who are confused.
Executive order should comply with the law.
I personally dissociate myself completely. Personally.
From this interview, because you have
said there had hardly been any administration.
No religious body in Nigeria.
Validate the claims by the INEC chairman. It is
Corruption is a form of dishonesty by a person in a position of authority for personal benefit. It includes activities such as bribery and embezzlement, among others. Let's join hands with the EFCC to bring corruption to the barest minimum for a better Nigeria. Hello and thanks for joining us on another episode of The Eagle. My name is Aisha Muhammad.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
On the program today, we have reports of happening in and around the EFCC, including updates on ongoing cases in courts and a conviction report from a special offences court in Lagos. Sit back, relax as the program continues right after this timeout.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them over to Igbo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh. Women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
The United Arab Emirates is fully committed to supporting the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC in the discharge of its mandate of fighting corruption in Nigeria. The Emirates' new envoy in Nigeria, Fahad Al-Tafat, made the pledge during a familiarization visit to the headquarters of the EFCC in Abuja. Amina Kawa has more.
The envoy, who was received by EFCC acting chairman Ibrahim Magu, said he was at the EFCC to acquaint himself with the work of the agency. Fahad Al-Tafat noted that he had been fully appraised of the tremendous work of the Muhammadu Buhari administration in fighting corruption and violent extremism before he arrived the country. The ambassador promised to do everything possible to assist the EFCC in the areas of capacity building, technical support, and intelligence sharing. Al-Tafat assured that his country already has a robust anti-money laundering framework with an anti-money laundering unit domiciled at the country's central bank. In his response, Magu thanked the envoy for the visit and assured him that he would return the gesture. He also briefed the envoy of recent engagements between the EFCC and the UAE that culminated in the signing of a number of bilateral agreements that have increased the tempo of cooperation between Nigeria and the UAE in matters of corruption, money laundering, and organized crimes. Amina Kawa, reporting for The Eagle.
Corruption is dishonesty and illegal behavior by people in positions of trust. A public office is a public trust. Do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Stay away from corruption. Nigeria is a great nation, and it is our responsibility to make the country greater. If you notice any act of corruption, please report to the EFCC via info@efccnigeria.org or call 09 904 4751 or 09 904 4752. You can also call 09 904 4753. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Thank you, Amina, for that report. Acting Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ibrahim Mustafa Magu, has identified transparency and accountability as essential ingredients in the fight against corruption. Magu made this disclosure while delivering a speech entitled Transparency and Accountability, Role in Nation Building. Rolakia Odofinjolayemi has more on this.
The acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, has identified betrayal of public trust as the worst crime any public officer can commit against humanity and called for all hands to be on deck to fight corruption for a better Nigeria. The anti-graft czar made this remark while delivering a speech entitled Transparency and Accountability, Role in Nation Building at the inauguration of Public Transparency and Accountability Project, PTAP, organized by Grassroots Accountability Advocacy Foundation, GAAF, which held in Abuja. According to Magu, sustainable anti-corruption procedures like transparency and accountability are vital tools to achieving good governance at all levels of government, adding that transparency and accountability in government business are mutually inclusive and not exclusive mandates. Magu, who was represented by Head Enlightenment and Reorientation Unit of the EFCC, Samin Ahmadin, further stated that the successes recorded so far by the Commission would not have been possible without the embedded core values of the EFCC, such as integrity, transparency, courage, professionalism, and leadership. He described accountability and transparency as oxygen to the EFCC in carrying out its mandates.
The mandate of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, by the Act setting it up, is to fight corruption by enforcing all economic and financial crimes laws, as well as preventing the commission of such crimes through education, sensitization, and enlightenment of the public. We cannot forget too quickly that before the establishment of the EFCC, the country's image was at a very low ebb in the Committee of Nations, with the country being regarded as a community of fraudsters, money launderers, corrupt public officials, etc. It was as a result of this negative image that the government of the day, determined to change the narrative, the negative narrative, created the EFCC in 2003. Since inception, the Commission has set out to drive ambitious and focused operational programs targeted at curbing these crimes and bringing to book those who brought notoriety to our image and those who plundered our commonwealth. Some of these unscrupulous individuals have been brought to justice and their ill-gotten wealth seized from them and returned to their victims, be they individuals, corporate bodies, agencies or tiers of government, or even foreign nationals. At the moment, several cases of corruption are being prosecuted in courts all over the country. The Commission, determined not to relent in its efforts at ridding the country of economic and financial crimes, and effectively coordinating the domestic efforts of the global fight against money laundering, terrorist financing and corruption in all its ramifications, has between January and June this year recorded over 140 convictions, even as it recorded 187 convictions in 2017. These convictions include that of a former senior advocate of Nigeria and 2 ex-governors who are currently serving their jail terms. The Commission goes about its assignment determined to alter the general perception that some persons are above the law.
While calling on the public to ask unsettling questions and demand answers from those entrusted with public funds, Magu said the Commission adheres to all applicable laws and ethical standards, abhors conflict of interest, protects the rights of victims of economic and financial crimes, and respects the rights of those under investigation and prosecution. In her opening speech, founder Grassroots Accountability Advocacy Foundation, GAAF, Genevieve Ifoma Anthony, said the only weapon that could be used in fighting corruption was to hold the office holders accountable for their actions. According to her, corruption, hard as it may seem to dislodge from our culture, is a scourge we must fight with all our might and strength to eliminate, because it is the greatest threat to the success of public policy, the achievement of sustainable human development, and the successful management of economic and social resources.
Ultimate goal is to strengthen democratic processes in Nigeria by promoting the effectiveness of institutions that support democracy and restoration of citizens' confidence in their governments through thorough stakeholders' engagement, advocacy, and anti-corruption campaigns.
Rolla Keld of Injolaimi, reporting for the Eagle.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh
yeah. Every woman come out, we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh. Women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
Justice Muhammad Idris of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, has dismissed a no-case submission filed by a former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, in his bid to stop his trial over an alleged 7.1 billion naira fraud. Amina Kawawa again has the details.
The former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, alongside his former commissioner for finance and accounts, Jones Odiogu, and the company, Slok Nigeria Limited, have been prosecuted by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on second for the amended 39-count charge bordering on money laundering to the tune of 7.1 billion naira. The EFCC, through its counsel, Rotimi Jacobs, SAN, had on Friday, May 11, 2018, closed its case against the defendants after the conclusion of evidence given by a prosecution witness, Chidi Chukwuwaka. During the May 11, 2018 proceedings, the prosecution counsel had also moved an oral application to amend the charge against the defendants. However, the defense led by Awakalu, SCN, had on May 28, 2018 filed a no-case submission on behalf of their clients, which is subsequently adopted as their written address. In his short ruling on the no-case submission, Justice Idris held that the prosecution had established a prima facie case against the defendants to warrant them opening their defense. The judge said, and I quote, "You have explanations to make." Following the ruling, one of the defense counsel, Godi Uchi SCN, informed the court that the lead counsel to the defendants, Awa Kalu SCN, had written to notify the court that Kalu had an appointment to undergo surgery abroad. He therefore prayed the court to adjourn the matter to September 10, 2018 to enable the first defendant, Kalu, to open his defense. In his response, Jacobs urged the court to adjourn further proceedings to the first week of September, saying that the President of the Court of Appeal has directed that the matter must be concluded before the end of September 2018. Consequently, Justice Idris adjourned the case to September 10, 2018 for the defendants to open their defense. Amina Kawa reporting for the Eagle.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC Legal Zonal Office has arraigned 3 officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) before Justice Muslim Hassan of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, on an 8-count charge bordering on conspiracy, diversion of public funds, and money laundering to the tune of 179,800,000 naira. Again, Rolake Odofin Jolayemi tells us more.
The defendants Yemi Akiumi, Atiba Dixon, and Ogumodede Oladayo were alleged to have collected the slush funds from a former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Dizani Alison Madweke, in the build-up to the 2015 presidential elections. Investigation revealed that the money was disbursed to some chieftains and members of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), as well as some retired staff of INEC in Ogun State, in order to compromise the 2015 general elections. The defendants pleaded not guilty to the charge preferred against them. In view of their pleas, the prosecution counsel Nnemeka Omewa asked the court for a trial date and also prayed that the defendants be remanded in prison custody. However, counsel to the defendant, Ayo Ogungbeson, moved an oral application for bail on behalf of his clients. In refusing the bail application, the judge held that the defense counsel must make a formal application for bail on behalf of his clients. Consequently, Justice Hassan adjourned the matter for hearing of the bail application and ordered the defendants to be remanded in prison custody. Rolake Odofin-Jolaimi, reporting for The Eagle.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I say na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in all day. Nigeria women come, oh, women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, oh, na cankerworm, oh.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
If you're just joining us, the program is still The Eagle, coming to you from the stables of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. You too can be part of this program by sending your comments and contributions to The Eagle at efccnigeria.org. Next is a conviction report of one Okoro Samuel Uchechukwu, who bagged a 10-year jail term. Rolake Odofin-Jolaimi is our guide.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC Lagos Zonal Office, has secured the conviction and sentencing of Mr. Okoro Samuel Uchechukwu before Justice Mojisola Dada of the Special Offences Court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos. The convict had defrauded one Onoja Usman, Managing Director, Luvonus Trust and Investment Limited, by falsely claiming that he had $130,000 to sell to him. He was subsequently arraigned alongside his company, J. Jingo Nigeria Limited, on a 2-count charge bordering on stealing and obtaining money by false pretense to the tune of 41,600,000 naira sometime in January 2018. When the charges were read to him, he pleaded not guilty, thereby setting the stage for his full trial. The prosecution counsel, S.O. Daji, in the course of the trial, which commenced on February 5, 2018, tendered several documents that were admitted in evidence by the court and presented witnesses who testified against the defendant. Delivering her judgment, Justice Dada held that the defendants and their counsel admitted that the said sum was paid by the prosecution witness. She said the act of stealing has been established against the defendants in line with Section 282 of the Criminal Law of Lagos State and thereby convicted him on Count 1. On Count 2, Justice Dada held that the action of the defendant amounts to obtaining by false pretense since he had an intention to defraud and as such convicted him on the count. According to her, the witnesses have established the offences against the defendant as they were directly linked to the case, and this settles the argument. She further stated that the Lagos State Administration of Criminal Justice Law is clear that no sinner must go unpunished and no saint punished unjustly. Accordingly, she sentenced the convict to 10 years imprisonment. Justice Dada also ordered that all the defendants' assets, both movable and immovable, wherever they may be traced to in the country, be forfeited to the federal government of Nigeria. Rolake Odofin-Jolaimi, reporting for The Eagle.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
And with that, we have come to the end of today's episode of The Eagle. You too can be part of this program by sending your inquiries and suggestions to The Eagle at efccnigeria.org, or search for us on Google Plus at Official EFCC or Official EFCCNG at gmail.com. You can like our page on facebook.com/Official EFCC or follow us on Twitter at Official EFCC. And of course, you can visit our Instagram page at Official EFCC. To watch our programs and other activities, please log on to youtube.com/Official EFCC. My name is Aisha Muhammad. Always remember that a public office is a public trust, and do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Goodbye, and God bless Nigeria.
And here we go then. Great atmosphere and the allure and glamour of this International Champions Cup. Rashford inside the area, Rashford scores! Well, it's been jumped home by Marquinhos. Chiellini has scored. Pastore in the box. And Monty! Iwobi, yes, Arsenal level it. Shot from distance, oh, what a goal! An absolute doozy.
It's new, it's here. It's premium entertainment for everyone from August 1st. Get popping every day with Ebony Life TV. Mondays are from Nollywood. Tuesdays are for novellas. The Next Generation have a blast on Wednesdays. Thursdays are for drama. Fridays are there to excite you and binge every weekend.
Sunana Yakubu, amma an fi sani na da Yaks. Abu mafi mahimmanci shine har yanzu muna zaune da ƙwayar cutar polio a ƙasar mu. Wasu sun san ɗigon